Greetings, and welcome to another edition of Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday, where we take the DeltaNet and shed some light on it. Right? All right. So this week, we're going to go over how to share your listings on social media. So there's not a whole lot to it for the most part, and there's some automated tools in there that can actually do it for you. So we'll go ahead and go over those. So without further ado, into the DeltaNet. It's like magic, right? So here we are on the DeltaNet home login page, and in this case, the first way that you can share your listings is by going to the listing details pages specifically. So there are a couple of different ways to do that. First off, if you're in the DeltaNet, you can go down to your listings tab, click on active listings, and then you have all your listings laid out here. We can click on it to bring up their detail page, and then just click the link up here at the top, and that will take us to the detail page on your website. Now, one thing I will add, just because this is a demo site, so if I click on this link, it's not going to go where I want it to. And I already know that, so I'm not going to click on it. But if you were to click on it, it would open up the detail page for this listing within your agent site. If I click on it, it goes somewhere crazy. So to give you an example of what you would see on your own agent site, if we go ahead and go into our agent site here, through the public site, we can click on My Listings, if you have a My Listings link set up, or if you have a featured links section on your home page that's displaying your listings, you could click on them there. But really all we're trying to do is get to the detail page. So we'll just pick this one here, and here we are on the listing detail page, and you'll see up at the top we have all of our social media icons. We have our social media icons over here on the left, and we also, depending on what detail template you're using on your agent site, we have a share link down here. And if we click on share, that'll bring up our various share options as well. So I'll stick with these links. All these links do the same thing, first off. But I'll stick with these up at the top because just about every detail template is going to have something similar to these links right here. So in this case, if we want to share on Facebook, I'll just click share on Facebook. Normally this would open another window, but the way my browser is working, it's popping it up in a browser tab. It's because I have my browser full screened. But from here, we can choose where we want to share it. So we'll say on our own timeline. And this is a great listing. Why not, right? And in this case, you can pick down here, you can share it with your friends, you can make it public. I would imagine you'll probably want to make it public. And you'll also be choosing the page you want to share it to. So in my case, I'm just sharing it on my own timeline because that's what I have set up on Facebook. But if you wanted to share it, you might share it on a page you manage, which would be your real estate page. So you would pick on a page you manage, and then it allows you to choose the page. This is the only page I manage, in addition to my own page. So it's the only one I can pick. But in your case, this would be your real estate Facebook page. So you just select that, fill in your information. It'll automatically populate with a picture, usually. In this case, this is a demo listing that just came up recently. So Facebook hasn't crawled it, so it doesn't know that there's a picture there. But in your case, it should display the picture. And then down here at the bottom, we can pick who we want to share it with. Like I said, generally public. And then I'm going to change a couple things because I don't want to share a fake listing on my Facebook page. So on my timeline, and I'm going to share it with just myself. Only me. Share link, it's going to think about it. And there we go. Now this listing should be shared on Facebook. We suggest that any social media you have, be it Facebook, Twitter, Google+, we suggest that you share all of your listings on all those sources. And then here we are when I look at my page. Now it brings up my picture instead of the listing picture because that's the picture that it crawled from this particular web page. But in most cases, it will pick this one up. If for some reason it were to grab your picture instead, you can always let us know and we can help walk you through how to basically force Facebook to rescrape that page and try to find the right image. That way it shows, this big listing image as opposed to your agent image. Unless you want to show your agent image, in which case you can leave it that way. So there we are. As far as sharing something on Facebook, that's all there is to it. All of the other links work in a similar fashion. I mean, the most common ones would be the Google Plus icon, which is, well, it's hiding over here. So you would click there to recommend on Google Plus and share it on your Google Plus account. And then over here we also have Twitter is another big one as far as sharing listings. But the other ones are all things that you can share on too, and the idea is the more exposure you get for your listing, the better, and every one of these share links is going to link back to your web page, so it's going to be beneficial to you across the board. All right, so that is way number one. Now the other way to do it, if you are on the agent upgrade package, you have access to something called the Facebook Auto Connector. And what that'll do is every time you get a new listing, every time you add a video to a listing, or every time you add an open house to a listing, it will automatically post to your Facebook page for you, or whatever Facebook page you choose. So to set that up, we will go into the DeltaNet, and if we scroll down to the Facebook tab down here at the bottom, click on it and click on Post Preferences. This is the Facebook posting tool. So all we have to do here is click Sign in with Facebook. And in my case, because I was already signed into a Facebook account, it attached it automatically. If you are not signed into a Facebook account on the computer or in the web browser you're using to do it, and the reason I mention that is if you use multiple web browsers, so say you have both Firefox and Chrome and you're signed into your Facebook account on Firefox, but you log into the DeltaNet on Chrome and click on this, it's not going to know you're automatically logged in because you're logged in a different browser. So anyway, it's worth mentioning. But generally, if you're not logged in, you would click on that and it would bring up the Facebook's login page. You would log in there, you would choose how you want to connect it, what you want basically this app to have access to, and then you just follow through the wizard. But it went ahead and connected us. And you can see this is the interface. Now we're in the DeltaNet 5, which everything works, but everything's not 100% complete aesthetically, as you can see. So this page will be cleaned up here in the future. But for now, when you're logged in, you'll have a tab up at the top for every page that you manage. The first one being your personal page, and then from there, I have this set up, but this would be your real estate page probably. Or if you manage more than one, you would have more than one just laid out here in a row. And for each one, you can set settings specific to that one. So you can see the way these are set up by default is the posts to my personal page are turned off, and the posts to the page that I manage are turned on, and it's set to post up to 2 listings a day. So the way these settings work is this one affects only new listings. So when a new listing comes in, it's set to automatically post it to this particular Facebook page, and it'll post up to 2 per day. So if you had 3 new listings added in a day, it would only post 2 of them that day. Same with open houses. If you add an open house to an existing listing, it'll automatically post that to your Facebook page, and it's also limiting that to 2 per day. And you can just use this drop down to change the limit as you see fit. And then down here we have new listing videos, which does the same thing. If you were to add a video to a listing, which we went over in the listing information video last week, if you add a video to a listing, it'll automatically post it to your Facebook page, but in this case, it's unlimited. So if you had 10 listings, for example, and you went through all of your 10 listings in one day and added a video to every one of them, it would post every one of them over on your Facebook page and say, this listing now has a new video attached to it. Click here to view the video, and click here to go to my website and view more information on this listing. And there you have it. You set that system up, it will automatically do the heavy lifting for you. That's what we like around here. All right. So, as always, thank you for joining me today on this wonderful Tech Tuesday morning. And if you need anything, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to comment on the video or send an email into support@deltagroup.com or give us a call, even if you just want to talk. So, it's been a pleasure as always, and I will talk to you again next week.